Celtics look to fight back in Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. They are scalding from long distance. What a hot start here for the Boston Celtics. Tatum throws it down. What a bounce-back game for Boston. Eastern Conference Finals all tied up at 1 apiece.
We know what it's going to take. We know they're coming. They're trying to come in our house, and they're trying to get a win, and we got to protect home court.
Woo! Things got spicy. Hello, friends. Happy Friday, and welcome into First Take. I'm Victoria Arlen, filling in for Molly, and I'm in good company here in the Seaport with Amari Stoudemire, and we've got our friend Kendrick Perkins, who's in a little bit warmer temps in Houston. And speaking of warmer temps, Perk, let's get straight. Let's get straight to the Celtics turning up the temperatures in Miami against the Heat. With the return of starters Marcus Smart and Al Horford, the Boston Celtics absolutely torched the Miami Heat with a 127-102 victory in front of a shell-shocked crowd, to say the least, down south. And with a 70-45 lead at halftime, that only ignited their spark. Jason Tatum scored 27 points. Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown each had 24. Smart was a rebound shy of a triple-double after adding 12 assists and 9 rebounds.
Let me say this to you. I got the Boston Celtics going to the finals.
I got them winning it all.
What?
You got them winning it all?
What?
Yeah.
You think whether it's Phoenix or Golden State or Memphis, because that was your pick, you think the Boston Celtics are beating any of those guys?
Listen, the Boston Celtics, I'm riding with them to win it all. This is not breaking news. I said it already.
Ooh, it is not breaking news, Perk. You said it. So we're going to start right there. What message did the Celtics say with this win?
You know, I think
They're the best team in back.
Go ahead, Perk.
Go ahead.
Perk.
Go ahead.
Go
ahead, because I was ready to go. Go ahead.
I mean, I know Perk.
That's
That's his team. You know, Perk played with the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? He might be a little biased, but I actually agree with Perk. You know, I think the Celtics are a team that's well equipped in every position. I think they're well coached. I think their chemistry's great. I truly feel like the Celtics are the best team in the playoffs right now, and they do have a chance to be NBA champions.
Yeah, all right, Perk. We're all here with you.
Beantown, what's up? Beantown, what's up? Hey, look, I'm
what's
telling you right now, it's fired up in the Beantown. I'll be down there on Monday, just letting y'all know, Big Perk in the building. That's first thing first. But what we're witnessing now is we're witnessing a team that has defensive greatness written all over it. When you look at their personnel, starting with their defensive player of the year and Marcus Smart, watching him being able to guard multiple positions, being the heart and soul of their defense, and then we're watching two-way players in Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, both of them guys strapping up on the wing position, and now you have that interior presence that's still versatile to go out there and switch out on pick and rolls, and Al Horford and Robert Williams. And then you add an additional guy that comes in off the bench, and Grant Williams, who's becoming the ultimate 3-and-D guy. And I'm looking at this Celtic team, and we all could talk about offense. We could talk about shot making. We could talk about them getting hot from the three-point line. But championships are won on the defensive end. And right now, what I'm witnessing from the Boston Celtics is a championship caliber defense. And whether it's the Miami Heat, the Golden State Warriors, or the Dallas Mavericks, I don't see any one of those teams being able to get their offense off against this stellar defense and this clinic that this Boston Celtics team has displayed throughout these playoffs.
I mean, I think it's safe to say that Boston has a notorious history of bouncing back and kind of being in that underdog position. So, nonetheless, this game had a lot of folks shipping up to Boston and getting on the train for Boston to win it all. But for Miami, who is the most important player for the Heat to bounce back, and can they do it? Amari, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah, I think Bam Adebayo is the most important player at this moment. That he needs to assert himself in his game, right? And there's a lot of ways he can do that, right? If he establishes his position in the post-up area, being able to catch the ball in spaces where he can be most effective, efficiently, is important for him. He does a lot. Defensively, you guard 1 through 5. He's rebounding the ball well. He's doing those small intangible things in the basketball court, but we need him to be more assertive offensively. We need him to have a 30-point game. We need this to happen because if P.J. Tucker doesn't play, then now you're another man down on the Miami Heat roster. and you need Bam to step up big time in Game 2.
What about you, Perk?
Well, you know what, Amari, I'm gonna have to disagree with you, and not the fact that you were making valid points, but I just don't see how Bam could even make his imprint or put his imprint on this game, dealing with how the Celtics have this versatility on the defensive side of things. Just think. They just went through Giannis Antetokounmpo, the most dominant player in the league. They guarded and basically clamped up Kevin Durant, who's arguably one of the greatest scorers to ever touch the basketball. So when I'm looking at this Miami Heat team, I got to look at a guy by the name of Tyler Hero. Where's Tyler Hero? At the beginning of the season, Tyler Hero said, hey, when you mention Luka Doncic, when you mention Trae Young, you need to start mentioning my name and put my name in the conversation. Well, guess what? No Kyle Lowry, no P.J. Tucker probably for Game 3. Guess what? The stage is set. You're going against a guy, Jason Tatum, that's around your age, superstar status, and now you have a time to elevate your game and rise to the occasion. I think Tyler Hero is the biggest key. If you go back and look 2 years ago in the bubble, it was him, Jimmy Butler. Yeah, Bam had some good games throughout that series on the defensive side of things, but Tyler Hero was the X factor. And in these 2 games, he hasn't really put his imprint on it. And I just don't know if he can, but I think he's the X factor. And I think Eric Spoelstra got to take the handcuffs off a little bit. Like, 24 minutes, 11 shots. He can't really have them doing that predictable offense. He got to let these guys ride because having that predictable offense is not gonna allow the Heat to be able to score on this Boston Celtics team, especially in the half-court set.
I mean, my question to that is like Tyler Hero, right? Where's his focus? You know what I'm saying? He wants to wear the shades. He wants to have his back out in the
gun show,
He wants to do the gun show.
Yeah.
He wants all this entertainment stuff. But where's the focus on basketball, right? After the bubble, he had a great run in the bubble, but then ever since then, he was like, hey, where's the hero? You know what I'm saying? But Bam Adebayo's a guy who has the potential to be a perennial all-star. He has the potential to be a top defensive player in this league, and he has to take that step. In order to become a great player, regular season, okay, you become a star regular season. But in the playoffs, you become a superstar. You make your name known worldwide. You become a high commodity basketball player. And for the Miami Heat to get to the next step, to get to the finals, they need the cornerstone of Bam Adebayo to be that guy to help them get there. And I just don't see it happening. He needs to try to figure that part out and speak with the coaching staff and the development staff, watch some film, and figure out where are the areas on the court where he can be assertive and try to change the game in a positive way.
Well, and I think, too, the playoffs are where, not to tag on to hero, but playoffs are where heroes are made. Essentially, that's where the superstars come out to light. Now, we got to move from the East Coast to the West Coast. The Golden State Warriors dominated speaking of heroes, with a 112-87 win over the Dallas Mavericks in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals on Wednesday, shutting down Mavs superstar Luka Doncic, who finished with 20 points on 6 of 18 shooting, and it was the 3rd lowest career scoring playoff game for Doncic and was just the 3rd time out of 24 postseason games he failed to score more than 20 points. Now, Andrew Wiggins was the hero who was tasked with defending Luka Doncic, and defended him he did. All 5 of Doncic's contested shots, he had 1 breakaway dunk for his 6th field goal, came against Wiggins, but Wiggins held Luka to 5 of 11 shooting. Wiggins also forced Doncic into 3 turnovers. Now, with that being said, do we believe that the Warriors will run away with the series? Perk, I'm going to start with you.
Hell no. I think this series is going 7. I have the Warriors picked to win in 7. But look, let me explain something to everybody, right? We saw what happened last night with the Boston Celtics, right? Being able to regroup, get their personnel back. When teams go through Game 7s, like the Dallas Mavericks did, right? And they have a quick turnaround, and you have a Golden State Warrior team that's been waiting on them, that's been able to get rest, that's been able to put a game plan together. All of a sudden, they come out and they punch you in the mouth. Look, I was a part of a 2018 where we went